More than two.
They were originally told aloud. As you already mentioned, some poets traveled from community to community, and they're singing these stories with a lyra.
We have chosen the Odyssey as a topic for this journey because it in itself is a wonderful symbol for a journey that forces you to overcome difficulties and find out who you are yourself.
We finished, thank you.
We would like to learn more about Odyssey, about role-playing games, about how to create films, and we're expecting to see motivated people.
Who is more powerful, Athenas or Poseidon?
They have equal power.
Okay.
The one is...
So in the end, you stay in the same level?
You like it? It's from like a souvenir shop at the corner. Yeah.
So you're speaking in Maltese or you're speaking in English? Is it the same? No.
No, it's not the same.
It's mixed.
We speak
Yes,
Maltese.
has Italian, Arab and English.
Arab.
All big, yes. So my expectations were that meeting new people and learning about their cultures from different places.
Maybe to make some friends and to get more experience with intercultural exchange.
That I would face a specific gaming environment where I would be presented with a system that I would have to work on and work with.
Anything you want. It's a small story that we have, you need to put a problem that needs solution.
What would you like to be if you were part of an adventure?
Fighter, of course, I guess.
Fighter, okay.
As everyone.
It's more about a short teamwork in which you as a team need to find ways of acting well together and overcoming a major challenge that another group threw at you and reflecting on it and maybe understanding how overcoming a challenge like that applies to you.
And I'll give you a few pointers on how to make it an interesting scene. I was hoping to have an interesting project that would kind of create a new way for us to kind of help young people create and solve solutions, and with the assistance of role-playing, which is shown to be a very powerful tool in many of the projects I've been working with through the past.
But they need to know that they need to know that there are flowers that they can.
Yeah, maybe they saw why they came into.
It's the first time that I'm trying to be somebody else except from myself. So it is a unique experience.
Who's gonna be sacrificed? If they need to build boats, they all have to go and work for it. There's no like sacrifice in it.
I didn't expect to have this fun, but I actually got very close to my group mates. I never met them before. Actually, we're not from the same country.
It's really surprising how much creativity, how much variety you get with 5 different people from 5 different backgrounds sitting down at a table and discussing a scene.
So when the players ask what do we see, we can say stuff like you see people carrying lots of food and stuff.
Yes. I expected to meet people from different cultures and different countries, and what I encountered was way more than I expected. It is a very enjoyable intercultural experience.
And how to know if is it time for a check or not?
You are the master.
You can decide. There's no right or wrong. Don't worry. If you think that it's time for check, do it.
How well do you know this place?
I've been here for 40 fucking years. I'd say I know it pretty well.
Head. Ah.
When I knock her out, I hold her with my arms like that, and I just let her down on the ground.
If you want to try it, you should use the coin.
Success number 1. 1 failure.
No.
1 failure, okay. So now if I fail, it doesn't work.
Yes, you're on the boat, the sirens are coming, and they can kidnap you again and take you back to the palace. What are you going to do?
Is there a rope in the boat? I'm guessing it. Like.
When we do that, the sirens are coming flying to us.
Yes, they're coming.
Do you remember the sirens?
I do, those creepy creatures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They are very tired and very thirsty from their journey because they don't have water with them, so they're very thirsty.
The Odyssey is extremely symbolic in its nature, and we're hoping that people who run through these challenges will also be able to see how these challenges could apply to their own life, and maybe how teamwork that they experience in this group could be a key to solving problems in their own life.
They are holding them hostage in this village and they're going to feed them to a monster. Please, you have to help us. So what are you going to do?
I'm a very shy person, so when I started talking, I was really surprised about myself.
Is she friendly? Like you?
We don't know yet. I'm not friendly towards you, I'm just polite. Get on the knees. Yes. So you're fighters?
We are well-experienced fighters.
It was really hard to hit that monster. And
But look at him, he's
many of us. Now we are just 50 people around that village.
I love it. It's great. Everyone's laughing. We're bringing up lots of good ideas because they all got different, different things to talk about. Like our culture is different from theirs.
Our aim is basically to get away from the island.
You have to get away from the island, but first you have to get some water because you're really thirsty.
They are not separated groups of nations, but they are separated groups of myths, and that's very good for us.
How to make the planning video? You need to plan how you're going to solve this challenge. Okay?
Okay, let's go.
I love theater and cinema, and I like creating new things. So I came here to create something new.
Let's figure it out.
Okay, take about half an hour.
Half an hour.
So it's not very much. Formulate the plan and do the video.
We can set something on fire and hope that the sirens think, okay, something's going on there, let's go there, and then sneak around. Our plan is going to the dining room and set everything on fire. I'm excited to hear all those screams, but yeah, no one is as fast as me, so I will just run to the gate and get out of this island. I don't mind.
I really like it because we have got that teaser at the beginning, so we get really into the setting. Also the solution videos and the plans, like, yeah, it's good to see that you have that plan at the beginning and you completely changed it afterwards.
What's the problem with them? Because maybe they are bewitched by the sirens.
Especially if you are not yourself. If you just imagine a new character what is maybe not like you and try to act as him, this was an interesting and challenging thing what I wanted to do.
It's much more interesting if you have a video. Your job is a little bit easier as a game master. I didn't know that I could make it with my group to make such a good video. And then we made it and we were like, yes!
Our hearts will be heavy with every step we take onto the shore.
It's super fun, especially from an artistic viewpoint. And it opens up so many possibilities role-playing wise, because you're actually doing it on camera and it's in more ways than just seeing it in your head. It's actually seeing it happen.
However, he didn't take into account the intelligence of Hermes, and the gods are not the only ones that could hurt you.
They could end up being served as a meal. The strange creature that calls this island their home.
I'm sure you'll learn to love it.
I've been very impressed about the level of ambition they put into them and the thoughts they put in them. You almost just want to see this full movies.
Well done. So thank you very much for taking all these cool challenges.
I'm very satisfied from the participants because they show willingness to participate and do their best to have the best result.
I think it reached more than what we expected, and apart from that, I think it was a job well done.
They are unique, every single one of them is unique and very different.